Live any moment. Now I think we're live. Hello. Welcome to the December 2020 Concrete
Wow.
Town Hall. We've made it. It's the last month of 2020. Whew. Uh, Very exciting. So here we are. I don't even know what to say. What a year. It's been an adventure.
What a year indeed.
What a year. Uh, but in many ways, a good year for us. We have wrapped up a massive relaunch of our army stuff, and today is actually the last day in our clin, our SOW with them for the relaunch. We got a long sustainment out of it, but huge project. Been 3 months in kind of soft launch and testing and training and debugging, and we're doing a push later today and sending them a big hug and an invoice, and we can really focus on our own stuff. So very excited for them, excited for a site that they have and the potential there, and excited for us to fully pivot to the new community stuff, which is mostly what we're going to talk about today. Talked about a little bit last month, things that are coming together. I guess right off the bat, get out of the way. 8.5.5 release candidate will be released later this week. As just mentioned, we're doing a big push today, but once we get our heads out of that, we can put our heads in the other. And my understanding is that the very difficult to reproduce and confusing theme upgrade issue has been resolved, or
Yes, in
at
certain
least
situations, perhaps all situations, hopefully all situations. Still, looking for the original poster of the issue to really confirm that his particular issue is fixed. But we have had other people who say they've had similar issues affirm that the fixes are good. So, yeah, I think since we definitely don't want to do another release after this, we're going to be doing a release candidate this week with an 855 to follow once we get some real confirmation that that stuff is super solid. But things are looking good, and that list, that release will have some nice bug fixes for everybody just in time for Christmas. So yeah, look out for 855 release candidate later this week.
day. Nice.
Nice.
Thank you for everybody for stepping up and helping us figure out that issue. Really appreciate all the community involvement on that. Moving right along, we are actively working on the new single sign-on My Account provider and integrating that to Discourse, which we are going to use for the new forums. So Fabian is frantically typing away right now, I hope. Although I guess it's probably pretty late in the
I think
day.
he's actually watching the town hall.
Well, then I guess we'll give him a reprieve. It's also like 6 o'clock at night his time, so that's fair. But coming together, gonna be cool. Um, some key kind of strategic things that have changed a little bit. So in the past, when we first launched open source way back in 2008, various folks from international communities came up and said, hey, "This is great. I want to run concrete for Japan. I want to run concrete for France and Germany and whatnot." And given our limited available time and youth, and frankly, just it being really cool that anyone cared at all. When you're new, it's just every visitor is like, it's amazing. We took a very hands-off approach, right? Our basic approach was, hey, if you're going to use our logo, please link back to our site, and beyond that, thanks for stepping up and good luck. And that has worked out very well in some cases, and less well in others. One of the challenges with that is when every country has its own micro community, if you will, it really kind of spreads out the energy, probably thinner than we want to. There are some countries that don't have anything. There are some countries that have a really active community. It's just kind of all over the board, and that's not what we want. We want a nice, consistent experience for people. And, when you're using concrete5, you are part of the larger community regardless. And so it doesn't really make sense to say, oh, I'm just part of concrete5 Italy. I'm not part of concrete5 Germany or France. It's just, that's lunacy. So we have been talking with some of our more active international partners and talking internally. And while it is a significant uh, challenge technically. It's one that happily our CMS can support quite handily because of all that international community work. We want to bring support for all that international community stuff into the new site that we are building. So forums running in different languages, being able to translate the core interface for everything that we're building so you could swap it into German or swap it into French. I don't know if we'll be selling things in multiple currencies out of the gate, but that's certainly coming up as a should requirement in our e-commerce Moscow lists. On and on and on. So um, basically, the more we can centralize, the better. As you know, offering hosting is a large part of what we're doing with the new community. Some of that will still have to be distributed out, given very reasonable, insane European laws around where you should host your data, and just wanting to have things snappy. It kind of makes sense to host in your own country. So I still see a model where we can partner with our official country-based locales for hosting to work there. But very long way of saying the new forums that we are building are going to have forum areas for different countries. And we are looking for people who will help us flush that out and test it. So if you have some energy, and this is going to be as soon as January, we should have stuff ready to start beating on and testing, flushing things out, start building the new stuff out in the forum area at least. We would love to have your help. So, Corbin, if you want to jump to my screen, you can go to our blog, which you get to from the footer of our site, and you will see there is this form that has been added as a blog post. And if you fill this out and give me some info, I will invite you to our beta team. And as we have some new forums to play with, you will get early access, and you will help us kind of flush that stuff out, and we can debate what the different forum areas should be and what functionality we have and what we need and all that back and forth. And you can be part of the solution, the international solution, the global solution, I think is how that sounds pretty good, doesn't it? The global solution. All right, that's what I know about that. No need to keep sharing my screen. Thank you. Let's see. The last thing to talk about in the new news section is the bug tracker on concrete5.org. Actually, I go back and show this off so I can share my screen again. This bug tracker was built many moons ago, and it exists on top of our forums model, which we are deprecating in the new community site. So I don't know if you're sharing my screen or not, Corbin.
I don't think so, not yet.
But there you go. There you go. Honestly, I don't even know how you get here at this point. Like I was looking for the link. Like I don't know where we have it.
Oh, funny. Yeah, it's supposed to be. It should be in community, I thought.
You would think, but
yeah,
I think I think we wisely turned it off. We've been slowly kind of telling people, hey, this should probably happen on GitHub. That's where we hang out. And nothing. I mean, this actually it's got some cool ideas in it where multiple people can vote yay or nay, and it's great. It's just yet another thing to support. And there's other tools that do this just fine. So it became an additional channel that was spreading us thin, and something that we didn't really need to build just to show off that we could. So the official policy has been updated on GitHub. We have updated our messaging there saying, yeah, if you've got a bug, here's how you submit it. We have turned posting off to this forum. There's no add bug button anymore, which is great. We need to add some messaging up here somewhere that, hey, you shouldn't be here. But another thing that we could really use some help with now is to go through these guys. Here's one that was just submitted December 3rd. And, if this is real, if someone could help us by posting this over in GitHub with any additional details, and then maybe comment back here, hey, I've moved this to GitHub, then we could just deprecate this thing, and we would have one less dirty room in our house to have on a list of things I have to clean up. It looks like a lot of the stuff is pretty old, so I would imagine a good amount of it is already resolved in 854 and the rest.
I think that's a safe assumption. There's probably a handful of very valid things that are still valid in there, but I don't think the list is you know, extremely long.
Yeah, it's not too bad, and I am willing to just call bankruptcy on this and kill it, but I respect the energy that has gone into submitting these bugs, and it would be really awesome if anybody with even a few minutes to spare could go through these and say, oh, yeah, this looks, move this one, or I think this one's resolved. That would be really helpful, and, I'll get you some karma points for it. So that'd be sweet. And that actually segues nicely into doing some shout outs. Let's see if I can bring my window over here. Talking about karma, we have a gamification system in the community site that we're going to keep working in the new community. And every week or so, we do the Karma Machine one runs, and we give away add-ons and themes for people who have helped folks in the community who have promoted the project and have done work. This most recent cycle, Steve B won a copy of the Anti-Spammer Master add-on. Carl Gu won a two-factor login security add-on, and Fabian Bitter won a copy of the Domain Mapper. So thank you, all of you, for your help, and thank you everybody else that did good work but didn't win anything this time. One of the cool things about this is that you can't win twice in a row. So next time, maybe you'll win. And thank you as well to Noor, who donated a bunch of copies of the Anti-Spammer Master add-on. So we had stuff to give away in our Karma machine. That is important, and appreciate it. Anybody else that has add-ons or themes that you want the active concrete5 community to know about and check out and look at, this is a great way to do it, because 100% that the people who are winning this stuff are knowledgeable in concrete5 and will have good perspective and hopefully a good review for your add-on or theme. So if you want to give some stuff away, reach out to Mike, MYQ. You'll find him in Slack or the forums, and he will happily add some licenses for your stuff to our Karma machine. What else? Do we have some people to thank in GitHub? Andy, do you want to do that?
Yes, we do.
All right.
We've got Bitter Dev, which is Fabian. Mark Bennett, 1973. Daniel Keller, Lawrence, 53. Hishi Deek, 87. Ahu Kanan, M. Lokati, Manio, Catalysis, Biplub, Masuva, Ariel, Commodier, and J Bender 0. Lots of helpful posts in GitHub. Also, just want to take a specific shout out to thank M. Lokati and GitHub this time around. He's been doing a lot of work on that theme issue that Franz mentioned earlier, working with people who, multiple people who've sort of reported this theme customizer issue. I think it's got a whole bunch of different little wrinkles as as far as what causes it and when, and he's been really working hard to chase that down and fix that for people. So thank you, Michele, and thank you everybody else.
Nice. Also, I'm going to shout out for some documentation contributions, John the Fish, Patage, Triumph, maybe? Triumphe, 1815, and Poets for submitting how-tos or fixing docs. That's great. Was just spending a little bit of time with our customer success team, talking about ways that we can get back to improve that. Did a kind of a doc reorg 6 months ago, and then wandered off to worry about other problems. So circling back over there, expect to see some more energy out of us, especially in that user guide section that is a little empty right now. So cool. We are chipping right along. We've got a little showcase of a pretty sexy site, and it's going to be a short town hall. So if you have any questions that you want us to answer, you should be posting that either to the chat here or Slack or however you want to get at us, because work, stuff. But before we do that, let's show a cool project. And share my screen here. Awesome. So from Atsushi Sugiyama, who is old school concrete5 person who news to me, but active in the community. Another great reason why we need to be centralizing this stuff. Look at this bad boy, the Liger Music Library. So this is a royalty-free stock music service. You sign up and you get music. You can use it in your stuff. Reason that I wanted to show it is it's all built with Concrete5, and it is a reasonably powerful site here. We are not. This is not brochureware. I don't know if this audio is going to do anything with the video, but you can see I got. Oh my God! How do I stop it? I can hear it. I don't know about the rest of you.
I don't
really
think we can.
intense. Okay. So, sorry.
Decayed power plant.
Yeah, it's
Sound
intense.
intense.
You know, it's I mean, we've all been to stock music sites.
Sudden participation.
You've got searchable stuff. It's plain while I navigate around. They've got different ways of organizing stuff. Ooh, runway strut playlist. Cool. Oh God, it's going again. Okay. Hold on. No, okay. You can download these guys. It's a shopping cart. It's a member type thing, I believe. So I think it's kind of like you sign up. Yeah, one price covers all. So, oh, I guess it is actually per track, but then you can do whatever you want with it. You can rap on top of it and get famous. Corbin.
I'm way ahead of you.
Sweet.
I got my producer spinning my own tracks, so.
Oh, okay. Well, then you don't need this. You're already you're covered.
Does look nice though.
But yeah, pretty cool. They've
Yeah,
they got this whole attribute-based
cool.
way of organizing stuff, and you can do a bunch of filters and things, and end up with this filtered down music library. And they're dealing with versions in different ways. And you can see down in the footer, there's the CDN, and there's our little goofy file name, number, directory stuff.
Oh, nice.
Like,
that's awesome.
Oh, got to log in for that. So yeah, I thought this would be a cool one to show off to the community. You know, our take is that, look, you can build anything with Concrete5. It is a screwdriver, and you can make a doghouse or a skyscraper. But really, where does it shine? Complicated websites. If you're a web manager with a team, if you're building something that has some functionality to it, it's a real application, but it also has some content to it, right? So, you know, as I come to these moods, where was it? Somewhere there was some. Well, we'll go into playlist. You know, being able to pop this page into edit mode and add an FAQ easily. That's pretty cool. Being able to have both in context editing and that very kind of desktop publishing model for, hey, I can just see a typo and fix a typo on any page. That's great. And then coupled with the ability to build something really complex, a database driven collection of tracks that's searchable and sortable, and you can make playlists and all that kind of thing that, I think you would normally say, well, that's kind of a Drupal problem. You need something pretty beefy for that. Versus on the other end, just making, this homepage that feels more like a Squarespace problem. I just, what happens if I want to switch the order of these two stripes? Concrete lets you do it all. You can have in-context editing and a sexy interface that anybody can use with just a couple of YouTube videos for training, but you can still build a powerful music library that's searchable, sortable, and you can make playlists and sell tracks. So nice job. Great case study. Thank you for submitting it. Might try to write up a larger one, put it on our site, because I think this is the kind of thing that really shows how our software can shine.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah,
that's cool.
So that's what I've got this December. It's been an adventure of a year, and I think we're all eager to end it on a high note and ring in 2021, the whole new, perhaps less wildly exciting adventure, but yeah, we shall see. Are there any questions that we should answer before we...
Amazingly, the community has been not very curious today. No questions. Not that I've seen.
Well, we must have
confirmation from Mike. We did get some hellos.
Well, hello.
We were lucky enough to have Cats with us. Cat says good morning. So that's cool. But yeah, no questions.
Awesome. or good evening to you cats.
I think it technically is morning for him now. He was saying it's something like 2:30 a.m. or yeah.
Good, very early morning.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. But sleep sounds pretty good at that time to me.
All right. Well, that being the case, I'm going to wish you all happy holidays, a happy new year. Again, go to our site, fill out that form, help us flush out the new community stuff. We are looking at a agile MVP iterative rollout in the new year, and kind of forums in the new My Account area is the first thing. So more help we can have flushing that out, the better. As always, we appreciate you all, and thank you so much for being part of the Concrete community. Feels great to be part of something much bigger than any of us, and we're super excited for the future.
Awesome. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, thanks everybody. See you next
Bye.
month.